What's up guys, Stefan here, and today we're going to talk about trusting banks. This has been a huge debate for as long as I can remember, and today hopefully we're going to try and clear some of those things up. First, we're going to talk about a couple of reasons why people don't trust or like banks. One of the biggest reasons I hear is service and maintenance fees. Now, as we know, banks are businesses, and all businesses need streams of revenue in order to operate. Service and maintenance fees are just a way for banks to make a little bit of extra money. This could be a monthly maintenance fee, a transactional maintenance fee. There are a couple of different types of fees, but if you're anything like me, you don't like them. It just seems like a waste of money, which it is. Although most times it's just $1.50 or $2.50, that kind of adds up. Another reason I hear is interest rates on loans given. That mostly comes down to your credit and the type of loan you need for your purchase. However, interest on a loan sometimes gets kind of ridiculous. A lot of the reasons people don't trust banks isn't the same with every bank. You just have to do a little bit of homework. The third reason why people don't really trust banks is if the bank goes under. If the bank goes out of business, what happens to my money? I'm sure everybody has heard of the FDIC, and most banks are insured by the FDIC. FDIC is insurance for the banks on your money. So if a bank goes under, goes out of business, you are insured up to $250,000. The FDIC will insure you per bank institute that you have and per account that you have. So if I have a checking account and a savings account, my money is safe up to that designated amount. So if anything, you should have multiple accounts with up to the maximum amount that the FDIC insures. Now let's get into why you should trust and love banks. Just as people feel banks take advantage of you, you can do the same with a bank. So the first reason is just availability. So let's say you're going on a date. First date, trying to impress a girl, you grab $200 or $300, take her out to a nice restaurant, everything's going well. At the end of the date, she wants to go and do something else. But since you limited yourself to just that $200 or $300, now you are completely tapped out. Now this is just a real cliche example, but you get my point. You always want to make sure you have access to your money when you need it. This could go for an emergency as well. If you're going someplace, don't expect to spend any money, so you don't bring any money, or you just have your minimum for that day, maybe $100 or $200, and your tire blows out. You're stuck on the highway, you need to go get your tire changed, but it's gonna cost more than $200, and all your cash is at home. So having your money available is extremely important. Number 2 is safety. You should never leave anything of value unattended that can't defend for itself. Your kids and your money. I would never leave my daughter at home by herself, and I would never leave my money at home by itself. If somebody were to break in, if a fire started, if the house got flooded, now I just lost my entire savings. I know these things are few and far between, but they do happen, and you should always be prepared for that. Unless your money grows arms and legs, takes a couple of martial arts and self-defense classes, I would always avoid leaving it at home or anywhere by itself. Number 3 is tracking. Keeping your money in a bank is the easiest way to track your money. If everything is just stashed away at home, instead of counting it every day or every week to make sure you have the amount you're supposed to, all you have to do with the bank is just log into your account online. And with that, we all know people with sticky fingers who likes to get into stuff, or if you have kids, you know there is no safe place to hide for anything. Now, number 4 is one of the most important reasons why you should trust a bank, and that is inflation. What is inflation? You go to the grocery store one week to get milk, it's $2.30. You go to the very next week, it's $2.40. Inflation. So how do you combat that? You're not getting a promotion at work, you're not getting a raise at work, you're not making any more money than you were before, but the prices still continue to rise. This is where banks come in. And if you don't take away anything from this video, this is the one thing you should walk away with. When your money is sitting at home and it's losing value, that same $2.30 you could buy milk with is now worth less because that milk is 10 cents more. Every year, the cost of living has gone up about 2% year on year. Let's say 2019 you have $100 and you stash it away. 2020 comes around, prices have all gone up, and that same $100 is worth $98. The next year comes around, 2021, prices raise again, another 2%. That same $100 is now worth $96, simply because of inflation. That $100 you had 2 years ago is no longer worth $100 because you can't purchase the same things with that $100 that you could 2 years prior. Now let's flip that around. If that same $100 in 2019 is sitting in a savings account that yields interest, in 2020, that $100 is worth $102. So instead of it losing value, you're growing with the economy. And the more money you have to save, the more your money will grow. And the fifth and final reason why you should trust banks is they're not all the same. What you may not like about one bank, another bank might not do, and vice versa. You should always do your homework and research to see which banks best fit you in your situation. That's all I have for today. If you found this video useful for yourself or somebody else, like and subscribe for more. If you have anything you would like to add about why you do or do not use banks, why people should or should not trust banks, or even about my fresh lineup of why I'm wearing a sweater in the middle of the summer in Louisiana, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.